Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. You are now tuned in to the morning show of yours truly, Dex the Algo Capitalist. And I'm here with my main man, Frank. Frank, say what's up to the people.
Hey, good morning, everybody. It's great to be here. We've been having so much fun. And I got announcements, right? Yeah. So,
Yes, you do.
first off, Dex, check out Bitcoin. It's insane where we're at. Where were we? I mean, we were well below what 50 when you started saying, folks, it's about to happen. We're going to go this way.
Correct.
You've been calling it for weeks and weeks, and it's just been incredible. So, wanted to let people know tomorrow we were going to do one today, but tomorrow we're going to do our final segment of our webinars. We're going to talk about the pop method, aka the 2-bar Charlie stop loss method, and how it's changed dramatically since Dex updated our reports. And so tomorrow we're going to do a webinar about that. In the morning, kind of instead of, we don't usually do a bullpen on Friday, so we're going to do a special bullpen tomorrow morning. And in the meantime, you can go to pulsartrading.com/webinars and watch the last 2, soon to be 3 that I have up on the site. You just put your email in and watch them. And then pretty soon members will have a little channel where they can watch them without having to put their email again. And that's what we're doing. And I'll be back later to tell you a little bit about some other stuff we've got going on before our member segment. So remember, everybody, we do the first half of the show live, and then we go private just for our members on our website where they can watch and participate on a page just like this.
Yes, we do.
So we'll see you there later. All right, back to you, Dex. I'm excited to hear what you have to say about Bitcoin this morning for sure.
Bitcoin, what's that?
It's like
Sounds familiar. I don't know.
it's one of those it's like email. It's the
Well,
internet. No
are
one
you
uses.
sure it's money? Are you sure it's a security? Are you sure it's a security? I mean,
I don't
is
know if
it
there's any security involved.
didn't the
I might call
U.S.
security.
government say it was a threat to the U.S. dollar, according to the Senate Finance
Yeah,
Committee?
maybe
Remember
we should
that?
call security. It is Leap Day. Oh, happy Leap Day, everybody. It's the 29th of February.
Yep, and Bitcoin's leaping, and we're about to get right into that right now.
I
And
would I would
I see remnant
I would
about
like to point out
XRP
that,
Ripple.
sorry, I keep talking over you, but I would
No,
like
go
to
ahead.
point out that Ninja Turtle is supposed to be Jerome Powell, but the AI just didn't get my joke. So close enough.
Close enough. I have to give it to you. That is more so close enough. All right, let's get into what's going on in the markets. Okay. Um, I see, like I said, I see you with the question on the XRP Ripple. It's just like we stated in the reports. If you look at, this is a weekly chart, you see this big, oh, I'm sorry, this is a daily chart, but you see this big bearish pointer. Remember what I told you about that? You are still in a bear market overall, but you've had a nice little technical bounce from here to what we currently are here. Remember, I said 60 cents is the psychological resistance. It's also the top of the Kumo cloud resistance. You don't see that reflected on this chart because it's an algo chart thing. But notice how today XRP Ripple got up to 60 cents and stopped short, and now it's struggling and waffling between the 60 cent and whatever. So yeah, I know, right? You see that? You see that? I know, because guess what? I don't have my thing on. What do you call it?
The VPN.
Yeah, I don't have the VPN on.
It's no, Dex. That alert is there because you are free and have freedom. That's why it's there.
Exactly. And look, and this is one of the reasons why we no longer trade with
Oh,
Qcoin. So, you know, but yeah, take it for what it's worth. Now, if you can get a nice, solid, some consecutive closes above 60, then I think what will happen is this market will officially come to life. But then the next hurdle is to get over that major consolidation bar that I showed you from back in the day. And I'll go ahead and I'll pull up the monthly real quick, because this is a really good one here this morning. Remember how I showed you the consolidation bar that it's been doing forever? Way back here. This is the month when it happened back here, and the month of April of 2021, when you had that big upsurge bar. And notice how this is a monthly chart, but notice it's the same principle. This is your consolidation bar, and look how the market has stayed within it. All right, price action has relatively stayed in this range. Now it dipped down here briefly, but then it came right back. It's coming right back up into this consolidation bar. Well, 60 cents being a really tough resistance. But on the monthly chart, this is also a bullish pointer from July of last year. So price action generally likes to run toward that. All right, so you know it's coming. So it is trying, but it's been consolidated forever. It hasn't gone anywhere. All right. So it's trying to come to life here. We'll see if it can do it. But the key hurdle for XRP Ripple is going to be that 60 cents. If it can't do it, then it will fail to take out this pointer, and then we're going to go right back into consolidation again for who knows how long. All right. So like I said, on this one, you're definitely going to want to follow the reports and don't try to overthink it or second guess it. Just do exactly what the reports say on your dashboard, and I think you will be just fine. All right, so let's take a look now at these overnight markets. And first and foremost, we always start off with the US dollar. It's down 31 pips this morning at 103.66. Just couldn't hold the 104 handle. And that's giving a sigh of relief to the euro, which is up 19 pips at 108.61. The pound sterling up 27 at 126.82. And the Aussie up 37 at 65.33. The story, of course, is Bitcoin up 2,550 points, trading at 63,390. Now, the overnight high in the futures here is 64,345, which is just shy, about $700 shy of that 65,000 high that we hit yesterday, the intraday high on the futures. We hit 65,000 on the March futures contract. The Ethereum is also up nicely, up $168 this morning, trading at $3,502. Then we have oil up 31 cents a barrel, trading at $78.84 a barrel. We have nat gas down 2 pennies, trading at $1.86. Gold trying to come alive this morning, up $15.70, trading at $2,057.30 per ounce, just off the morning high of $2,059.50 an ounce. Silver also catching a bid this morning, up 28 cents, trading at $22.92 per ounce. So far, the morning high is $22.98. So the question is, can silver get a close above $23 this morning? That's going to be hard to do because the bearishness has just been overwhelming. But like you've been seeing in the nightly reports, there is still a possibility here because you still have that bullish trend momentum reading for silver. Gold, on the other hand, still has a bearish trend momentum reading. So it's still trading. They're both trading in a very tight consolidated range. Looking at copper, up 2 cents at $3.86. Dow futures just hit 39,000. We're at 39,006, up 13 points. E-mini NASDAQ 100. I'm sorry, the E-mini S&P 500 up 18 and a quarter points at 51 and a quarter even. Then we have the E-mini NASDAQ 100 up 134 at 18,049 and a half. And then we have the Russell up 31.3 points at 2074.70. All right, so big little upsurge this morning on the back of government reports. So looks like the market is kind of liking it, using it for one last little upsurge. And I'll come back to that in a second. Soybeans down a whopping 7 cents, trading at $11.37 a bushel. Corn down a penny, trading at $4.26 a bushel. And wheat down 2 pennies, trading at $5.72 a bushel. I have a sneaking suspicion that the Dow, S&P, and NASDAQ, maybe it might include the Russell, but those three, S&P, Dow, and NASDAQ, I have a sneaking suspicion that these markets are going to end the day in the red. And they may even be down heavy. All right. So FYI. All right. Tread with caution. You always want to take that stance when you don't have any bullish momentum behind you. Coming into this morning, the Dow, the S&P, the Nasdaq, and the Russell, all three have bearish trend momentum readings. So this pop is due to volatility, not momentum. Momentum has left the stock market. It is now negative momentum. All right. So just think about that. Key little intraday supports have been broken in these markets. And now they have nothing but negative momentum. So coming into today, that should concern people. You cannot say that we have not topped out. We have a temporary top in now in the stock market because the we have a momentum shift. The trend momentum readings have turned red, turned bearish, which means the correct mode that the market is in this morning is sell the rally mode. That's the mode the market's in this morning. Sell the rally mode. All right. And that also includes the Russell. So all four indices have bearish trend momentum readings, which means we're in sell the rally mode. I cannot stress that enough. I'll say it one last time, sell the rally mode. All right. The only exception here, gold has a little exception because it too is in sell the rally mode, but it had a bullish algo shift coming into today's trading. So that means we can anticipate that the market has ceased moving lower at this time and that it's trying to put in a short-term support. Silver, on the other hand, coming into this morning, also has a algo shift, but it's a bearish algo shift, which means that even though it has a bullish trend momentum reading, it has topped itself out for the time being. All right. So coming into today, the bias is to the downside for silver. Coming into today, the bias was long gold. All right. Just something to think about as you are planning your trading day. All right. Something to think about as we're coming into the morning trading session here. All right. And already as I'm speaking, the Dow has turned negative. Right after I said what I said about how the markets are going to probably close today, here we go. All right. So I'm just putting these things out here. Also, we're in the process of, we're revamping things, rebranding and all that stuff. And part of that is going to be the reports, making the reports even easier to read and making them even more idiot proof than they already are. All right. So that way you can read it a lot faster. It won't even take you 5 minutes. You just
Dude,
pull up your favorite security and boom, you're in the house.
you have been saying that for years. Here's the thing. You've been doing that for years.
Yep.
Like every time you say it, you do it, and then you say it and do it again, and it's like you blow my mind, man.
Thank you. Yeah. So
I
look
just want
out
to
for
say
that.
because I was like, he says this all the time, but then he does it. It's
Yep.
insane.
Got to.
Alien man.
We got to keep it. We got to keep it pushing. All right. Because there are things that, we're trying to teach you, and the reports will help you to do that. Because there are days where, you're in a bull market and you get stopped out of your long position. So some people will take that as a sign to start shorting, but it doesn't mean you should short. It just means that you got to step aside and wait for the next buy signal, and vice versa in a bear market. So that's what we do, and that's what we're going to be showing you, so you'll know exactly how to move in these times. So just look out for that. I want to put that out there since we're talking about it. All right, let's get into the news and then we'll wrap this up. So here's what's on deck today. Consumers fending off a recession, but keep spending like there's no tomorrow. And Snowflake CEO is retiring effective immediately. And Toyota was right about hybrid cars. But first, Google's cool conundrum. As you know, coolness is fickle. All right. But tech trends move particularly fast. A startup that catches investors' eyes can quickly be labeled the next big thing. Google has long stayed atop Silicon Valley's volatile popularity contest, but the best place to work in tech is starting to feel like any other business. Bureaucracy and aversion to risk, the deference to Wall Street over employees, things Google long eschewed, have become the norm. The latest example is the debacle surrounding Gemini, its flashy new AI model that faced backlash for being too woke. Instead of Google's latest product becoming the new standard, it's being lambasted. Yeah, think about it. The uproar over Gemini has gotten so loud that Google CEO Sundar Pichai ended up weighing in. He addressed the criticism in a note to employees that acknowledged the tech giant had got it wrong. It's a PR nightmare for the company. A current senior employee told that the Googles are
Dude.
peed off. Googlers are
Are
peed
you
off.
familiar with some of this stuff, Dex? We got to start doing reaction videos together because I wanted to see it with you. People were saying things like "show us the founding fathers," and it would be like 3 Asian ladies and a black dude.
Wow.
Remember, I told you the day I was using one, and after a while, it wouldn't let me do anything that was positive that included Trump. I don't know why. I could only do stuff that was like totally neutral, and then it started cutting me off. But the story, it's hilarious. The pictures that people have, it's like, show me the signers of the Declaration of Independence, and it'd be like all of these like Asian dudes and stuff.
Mm,
And but like stuff, it was insane. It's just they would not produce a white person unless it was an interracial couple. It was amazing.
that's ridiculous
Yeah, dude, it was amazing.
and
They should have said
historically
it happened,
inaccurate.
and me and you figured out race relations a long time ago. They don't
Yeah,
have to erase us, you know.
no, they don't.
Okay, I'll be
but
quiet. Sorry.
now, but with that being said, though, consumers can't shore up the economy forever. Resilient spending has helped stave off a recession, but financial pressures are mounting. Top economists like David Rosenberg and Gary Schilling are warning of a looming slowdown that could drag on growth. And NVIDIA execs cash in. The chipmaker's director bagged $80 million offloading shares last week, according to SEC filings. The selling spree came after a blowout earnings report powered NVIDIA stock price to a new all-time high. Not to be outdone, remember, mad CEOs in December of last year were cashing out as well because they see something coming. Do you think they know something that other people don't know? Well, how about this? Killarney's AI assistant is doing the work of 700 employees. Did I not talk about this weeks ago? When it was like, don't worry, AI is not going to replace anybody. And I said, if one computer program can do the work of hundreds, if not thousands of people, it's a no-brainer. What do you think the company is going to do? What direction you think they're going to lean in? They're going to lean in the direction of the technology. Now, in a blog post, the fintech said its OpenAI powered assistant had engaged in 2.3 million conversations since launching. The company's statement comes after it stopped hiring human workers apart from engineers last year. In my humble opinion, this is the biggest story of the week. Now, let it sink in, ladies and gentlemen. They just finished telling you not to worry. AI is not replacing nobody. The workforce is not what you think. It's just, we're just restructuring. It's going to be okay. We need human beings. One AI assistant has engaged in 2.3 million conversations since launching. A human being can't have that many conversations in their entire lifespan. If you live to be 100, you wouldn't have that many conversations. And this one little AI assistant has accomplished this just since they launched the thing last year. So in a year, in a 12-month span, it's handled that many. That's almost an average of 200,000 conversations a month. A month. It's doing the work of 700 employees. Let's see here. Do I hire 700 people and pay 700 six-figure salaries along with benefits and bonuses and pensions and 401ks, or do I scratch that and hire R2D2 and C3PO, pay them nothing, and let them work for me for free? And then I get to keep all that billions of dollars in employee staffing. I get to put that money in my pocket and buy a new Bugatti. I think I want the Bugatti. I mean, it's not a hard thing to think about, folks. It's not a hard decision to make.
I want a Bugatti.
Exactly. Bugatti or hire 700 people and give them all my money, all my profits. I'm going with the Bugatti. Snowflake's Frank Schlutman is retiring. The cloud software company shares tumbled 23% in after-hours trading on Wednesday after it said its CEO would stand down, effective immediately. And yeah, this is something, folks. Heads are already beginning to roll in the corporate world. Also, Toyota was right about hybrid cars. Toyota's slow and steady approach to hybrid vehicles is paying off as its competitors poured money into, and in Apple's case, ultimately abandoned their plans for EVs. Toyota's measured approach could mean it comes out on top. And Baxabi welcomes new investors. The tiny home builder has struggled to establish a profitable business model and could run out of funds by the end of the year. As it invites new investors in, its founders are planning to cash out $10 million. And not to be outdone, Elon Musk says the revamped Roadster will blow your mind. The world's richest man said on X Wednesday that Tesla has overhauled the design of his long-delayed sports car. The company aims to ship the second-generation EV in 2025, he added in a follow-up post. And in other news, Joe Biden might end up missing Mitch McConnell. Hackers threaten to release Trump documents from Georgia's case if they don't get a ransom by Thursday. Secret military files reveal when Russia would consider using nuclear weapons, including the destruction of 20% of its ballistic missile submarines, according to the Financial Times. And as you already know, Bitcoin soared past $60,000 for the first time since November the 21st. Sam Bankman-Fried is dispensing crypto investment tips to Brooklyn prison guards, according to the New York Times. PlayStation is laying off 900 people globally. Say it ain't so. And they're even talking about shutting down a department in Japan permanently. From a 20% AI-fueled stock surge to tumbling market cap for Apple, here's U.S. biggest surprises for 2024. The FTC is going to war with tax services that bill themselves as free. Kate Middleton hasn't been seen in public since last year. Now social media users are suspicious. And Richard Lewis from Curb Your Enthusiasm died at age 76. And today's earnings, Best Buy and Hewlett-Packard, among other companies. And that's our morning show, folks. Thank you for hanging out with us this morning, and I hope you have a wonderful day.
Don't forget the member segment.
Yeah, that's right. Our member segment is about to start now.
I was gonna remind you in our private chat, and I was like, nah, he remembers, because and there you were like, all right, we're out of here. And I was like, get to the microphone. Yesterday I didn't get there in time. I was across the room and I'm like, I think he forgot.
Yeah, I did.
And we were off before I was like opening the mic going, now we're going, and it was over. So
yep, it was too late.
It happens, folks. You know, we're Dex and I, between the two of us, we're like 155 years old, something like that. So
pretty much.
No,
close enough. Yeah. give or take 5 years.
Give or take 50 years. So folks, yeah, we're transitioning not genders, but over to the private area of the website. You can get that access. I'm trying to get off my typo page. Sorry.
No, you did not
that
say
access
genders.
with a membership to our Algo Capitalist Bullpen. This was formerly known as our PulseWave Trading memberships. It's still at pulsewavetrading.com, but it's the Algo Capitalist Bullpen. So you can learn all about it and how it works right here at pulsewavetrading.com. And if you join our bullpen, you could be a part of the private section or segment, some say. And with that private segment, it's going to continue right here privately on our website for our members. And so we're going to sign off and say goodbye and hope that you join us there someday. So look for a special bullpen tomorrow morning. We're going to do an extra bullpen tomorrow morning and then have our webinar on stop losses. And that's going to be the focus on how to use the A.T.A.C reports, which stands for Algo Trigger Trend Alert Catcher System. And that's exactly what it does. So we're going to learn how to get to the last part of the trade, which is setting your stops, because here in the bullpen, we stop out of our positions. And that's the sort of default way that we close our positions. We let them stop out. And we're going to show you how the reports have made that even easier, so that the pop method is really almost, well, we'll talk about it tomorrow. Okay, bye, everybody. Bye, Rumble.
Peace out.
Stay tuned, members. We're going to keep going, taking your questions if you have any. Or you could just listen to us make